Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Techie Tuesday. Happy 2021-2022 school year to everyone. Today's video is by special request. Shout out to all of those teachers who began or who are about to begin the new school year virtually. In an effort to continue to integrate technology in your classroom, are you considering a virtual classroom? You are? Awesome. Well, I hope this video paints a clear picture. I am Dr. Alice Marsh with Creative Learning and Educational Alternative Resolutions. In this video, I am going to share some ideas and steps to creating a virtual classroom. I am also going to demonstrate how I used my virtual classroom last school year. Let's begin. If you see me looking down, it's because my laptop is right here. I begin my virtual classroom using Google Slides. So I open Google Slides and I open a blank slide. Now with this blank slide, the first thing that I need to do is insert a wall and a floor. So I click on Insert, I go to Image, click on Search the Web, and I type in what I'm looking for. So wall and floor background. Okay. And with the wall and floor background, I am going to select the one that I prefer and insert it on my slide. It's because I want it to actually fit my slide. So I'm going to do some adjustments. Now I'm thinking, what else do I want? Some people like to incorporate a window. I don't want a window, but if you did want to include a window, I would click on Insert, search the web, and I would type transparent because I want a transparent window. And there you have several. So something that looks schooly may be this one. And you can just click it or drag it into your design, right? And we place it in the wall. And there you have it. But I don't want a window, so I'm going to delete that. So notice that when I put the window in, let me undo, there's still the brick in the black background. So you want to be careful the type of window that you select because you want your window to show outdoors. So next I want to insert a whiteboard. So therefore, I'm going to go to Insert, Search the Web, Transparent Whiteboard. And there you have several. Based on the one you want, you click on it. It's checked. Click Insert, and it's going to pop in. You adjust your size to fit your wall or wherever you want it to fit. So basically what you're doing is you're going into Insert and you're selecting your items for your classroom. Now, if you want to insert a sofa, I'm going to look for a transparent sofa. And there's, again, several of them. Click on Insert. All right, so here is a sofa that I want to put right here. But I don't want the sofa facing that way. So I need to flip it. So I'm going to go to Format, Options. And here I can reposition my sofa. So I'm going to click on Size and Rotation and click Flip. And there I have it. It flipped. Okay. Now, I can also change the color of this sofa when I go to Format Options. I can click on Recolor and I can recolor the sofa. Maybe I want it gray, right? So these are just some things, just wanted to show you. I'm gonna undo so that I can keep it red because I like it red. All right, so I've just included the sofa. Now I want to include a bookshelf. Always need a bookshelf. So transparent bookshelf. If I spell it correctly. And here's several. I like this one. So I'm gonna click on it and hit insert. Resize my bookshelf. And I actually want it behind my chair. Looks like it's on top of my chair now. So I'm gonna move the chair forward and I'm going to adjust the bookshelf. Now, the bookshelf has to be on the floor. So make sure you look at the legs and make sure it's on the floor of your background. So I'm gonna bring it down and it's sitting on the floor and it looks like it's leaning against the wall. So now I'm gonna bring my chair over and my chair is now behind my bookshelf. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna click on arrange, order, and I'm gonna say bring it to the front. And there you have it. It's to the front of the bookshelf. And now I can adjust my size. Okay, I have showed you the basics. So what you're doing is you are creating your classroom by searching the web to insert your items. So here is a picture of my basic classroom, virtual classroom. This is my template. So since I created my template, I went to file and I went to download and I created a picture of it. So I selected JPEG, saved it to my computer, and now I have this standard background. So with that standard background, if I'm going to insert a slide just to show you how I'm going to bring it in. So I took a picture. So now I need to upload from my computer this background that I just, now I need to bring in the background that I just created. Again, this is my template. It's like my skeleton that I use for my classroom because this is basically how my classroom is going to remain year long. Now, as I work through my units and my day-to-day lesson, I insert certain things on my template. So I'm going to show you that now. Every day I would update the date and the message on my whiteboard. Here on my television screen is where I would click to broadcast the school news that's being presented each morning. Now, this is my lesson. I would insert the date, of course. I added my Bitmoji. If you want to add your actual picture of yourself, you can do that as well. If you have a picture of yourself and you can make that picture transparent. All right. So now I have my lesson right here. And what I did was I created links for each of my items. So if I click on modern technology right here, it takes me to the text that we're reading. Again, I use Google Workspace a lot. So here's the text, right? So this is a text that matches the lesson. Here, the objective will take me to my presentation for the lesson that I created in a Google slide. Before going into the lesson, there's a video that I would like to show to introduce the lesson. So here on that computer, I have that YouTube video. I click on it and it takes us right into the video. Well, now it's time to get into the lesson itself. So here is my Google Slides presentation of the lesson. And this is where I would be for the rest of the course until I get to the exit ticket and the closing of the class. So you may be asking, how do I get the link for my presentation that I created for classroom instruction? Well, I use Google Slides to create my presentation. And in Google Slides, I can get my link. So once I click share, I copy link, and here is my link. Then I go back to my virtual classroom, and there is where I would, for example, highlight the words that I want and click on link, and then paste the link in there and hit apply. And I'll show you, if I click on it, it takes me to my lesson. Now I'm going to show you some other slides I created and used throughout the school year. So in our school district, on Wednesdays were asynchronous Wednesdays where we worked in small groups with our students. So I created a home office and I used this with my students when I was working in small groups. Sometimes I noticed that my students would need a break, and I created this brain break get up and stretch virtual classroom slide. I inserted a GIF, and I would also insert videos for us to get up and work out. So let me show you how I would do that. So let's say I'm gonna go to YouTube, and I would like to search for a brain break activity. And I want to use this one. So the first thing I'm going to do is watch it to make sure it's appropriate.
Hold up, stop everything.
I'm going to click on share, copy the link.
Time to energize our bodies. Get up off.
Copy the link. And maybe I want it on the board. I'm going to insert a text box. And I'm going to put the link in there. And I'm going to link it by clicking on the insert link. And now it's linked. And you notice how it now has the line underneath it and the color has changed. So when I click on this now, I now go directly to that video. Those were some ideas that I used in my virtual classroom, and I hope this inspires you to be creative and create your virtual classroom and have fun with it with your students. Until next time.